problem related to fixed bias circuit. Yeah. So suppose the question may ask, determine the DC bias voltage, determine the DC bias voltage, that is VC and collector current, that is IC, okay, for the fixed bias, okay, with VCC equal to 12 volt, RB equal to 240 kilo ohm, RC equal to 2.2 kilo ohm, beta equal to 50. Also find that is IB, VC, VB and VBC. Okay, the circuit, this is it is given fixed bias, so I think you have to prepare the fixed bias circuit. You have to remember what is the fixed bias circuit. Okay, and so you are having, this is your like this circuit, this is a fixed bias circuit, this is a VCC and this is a RB, this is a RC. Okay, and you get the output here. This is your input here applying and this is the output. Okay, regarding this circuit, you know this is a fixed bias circuit and this is your, this is a base.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So please allow other students to enter.
Yeah. So this is your RB, okay, and this is RC and this is your VCC. Now the given VCC is your 12 volt, RB it is given, that is your 240 kilo ohm, okay, RC is given 2.2 kilo ohm, okay, and you know that base emitter voltage, that is your VB, okay, VB is generally you have to consider, okay, this is your collector and this is emitter. So this voltage is about VCE, okay, and this is grounded. This is your base and emitter. This is your base emitter, VB. Clear? Okay. Now we'll find what VC, IC. We need to calculate VC, IC. Okay, and these things IB, VC, VB, VBC. So I think you have to remember there are two loops, okay, to calculate the VC and IC. Okay, so you can remember the fixed bias circuits. Okay, now in this fixed bias circuit, I think if you make it as one loop, okay, so let us say this is the one loop I can do. The circuit I have told you like this. This is the similar circuit. Okay, for analysis you can do also. Understood? Now this is your VCC. This is also VCC. Okay, the common VCC, this is one, and this is RB. This is RC. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this is your VCE. Understood? And this is your, this voltage is your VBE. Okay. Now you have to find out. The total VC and IC. Okay. So I can take one loop. This is a one loop. You have to consider. This is a loop one. Let us say this is a loop one, and from here to here you have to consider loop So loop 1, you are having, what is the formula behind the loop 1? The loop 1, okay, so you can take as a KVL, the loop 1 as a KVL, okay. So what you got? VCC minus, now this current would flow is your IB base current, IB into RB, KVL you have to apply, okay. You have to apply KVL, VCC minus IBRB, and the voltage across base emitter, that is your minus VBE, okay, is equal to total 0. This is your one for loop 1, okay. Similarly, you have to go for loop 2. Loop 2 is your what? VCC minus, this is the current is your here, the current is your IC, okay. So VCC minus voltage drop across the resistor collector resistor ICRC, okay, and the voltage is your collector emitter minus VC equal to 0, okay. So from these two equations you have to calculate IC and VC, okay. So from first equation, that equation you have to calculate the what you got, the equation VCC minus IBRB minus VB equal to 0, okay. So here you have to calculate IB. Now what you got IB? IB is nothing but VCC minus VBE divided by RB. VCC क्या है? VCC how much? VCC is 12 volt minus base emitter voltage. Remember, if it is not given the base emitter voltage, it is not mentioned. So always mention that is the 0.7 volt, because 0.7 volt for silicon and 0.5 volt for germanium. You just remember, okay. If it is mentioned the silicon, then you have to directly write 0.7 volt. If it is not mentioned, so you have to directly write the 0.7 volt. For germanium, if it is considered the germanium transistor, so you have to consider 0.5 volt. Clear? So it is a 12 minus 0.7 RB. Base resistor resistance how much? 240 kilo ohm. Okay. So it's a total IB you got here, that is your 47.08 microampere. Okay. So once you got the IB, so IC, you know, IC is your beta IB. Beta it is given 50. So 50 into 47.08 microampere is about 2.35 milliampere. So one value you got, the IC equal to you got 2.35 milliampere. IC value you got. Okay. From equation number 2, from loop 2, what is the loop 2 equation? The loop 2 equation is your VCC minus ICRC minus VC equal to 0. Okay. So loop 2, there we have to calculate what? There we have to calculate VC, VCC minus ICRC, okay, minus VC equal to 0. That implies VC equal to VCC minus ICRC. Okay. VCC क्या है? 12. IC कितना है? 2.35 into 10 to the power minus 3. And RC कितना है? RC जो 2.2 into 10 to the power 3. Okay. So you are getting VC equal to 6.83 volt. 6.83 volt. So the value you got IC and VC. Okay. Now what is the next value you have to find out? The values are, you have to calculate IB. You have already calculated IB. You have calculated here C. Determine the DC bias voltage VC and IC. You have already calculated. IB also calculated. So now you have to calculate VC, VB and VBC. Okay. So VC. So VC means what? Voltage across the collector. Just see here. Voltage across the collector means what? You see here. The voltage across the collector. Okay, so this is the voltage across the collector. Okay. So this voltage is your VC. Now generally we need to calculate the VC with respect to ground. So ground is here. So VC equal to VC. What is the voltage across the capacitor collector? Okay. So that is equal to VCE. So कितना आया था VC? That is just 6.83 volt. Similarly, voltage across the base, which is equal to voltage across the base emitter with respect to ground. Okay, voltage across the base equal voltage across the base emitter, which is equal to 0.7 volt. Now VBC you have to calculate. So VBC is nothing but VB minus VC. So VB क्या है यहाँ पे 0.7 minus 6.83. Okay, so which is equal to minus 6.134. So these are the answers you have to find out in this way. Okay, understood everybody? If the question asks the fixed wire circuit is there and how to calculate the different value like IB, IC, VC, VC, VBC, whatever there. Okay, so this way you have to calculate, but you have to remember the KVL loop. This is a loop 1, this is a loop 2, and using this loop equation you have to calculate. Clear? Understood? Everybody understood? Hello? Hello? Dear student, am I audible or not?
Audible, sir.
Yeah, you understood or not? This thing. It is very simple. This one I have already told you how to calculate. I mean, if you are using the loop, KVL, you know, KVL means the total summation of voltage is 0. I mean that VC, from where you start, VCC minus IB into RB, that is the voltage drop across the resistor, minus base and emitter. So this is one loop. Another loop is your VCC minus collector current IC into RC minus collector emitter voltage VC. Okay, so using these two loop equation, okay, you have to calculate every values. Understood? Okay, so this is about your first module. Okay, and then the first module you have studied what is the semiconductor. Yes, yes.
Sir, notes.
Notes are, yeah, I'll send. I am very busy. Okay, first I'll send you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is about your first module. Okay. So in the first module you have studied different what is the semiconductor diode and how diode is used for a rectifier, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier. Similarly, diode can be used for a clipper and clumper. Okay, as well as you have studied the Zener diode and how the Zener diode is used for the voltage regulator. Okay, and then after I have discussed what is the transistor. Okay, NPN transistor, PNP transistor. Okay, so what is the need of different configuration, common emitter, common base, common collector. Okay, and the relationship between alpha, beta, gamma. Clear? Then after I have discussed what are the different biasing circuit, what is the need for biasing. Biasing basically used for the faithful amplification. So to get the faithful amplification, we are using different biasing circuit. One is fixed bias, another one is the voltage divider bias. Okay, and I have discussed what is the fixed bias, how to calculate the VC and the IC, and what is the DC load line. Okay, and if that Q point will be shifting, so what will happen? So you are not getting faithful amplification. Okay, so everything I have discussed, and I have discussed with problems. Okay, so it better you have to refer the note and you can understand. Okay, so this is about your first module. Clear? Now you are having the module 2. This is the second module. In the second module, you will study about what is the FET. Okay, so in the FET means what? Field effect transistor. Philip head transistor. Okay. Sometimes we are calling as JFET. That is your junction Philip head transistor. Clear? Now you should know that sometimes the question may ask, what is the difference between BJT and FET? Okay, so BJT is basically and FET. So BJT is basically current control device. BJT is current controlled device. Okay, but FET is voltage control device. Means BJT it can control the current. FET is it can control the voltage control device. Understood? Yeah, this is the first difference. And second difference is that okay, it is having high input impedance FET, high input impedance. But what are the impedance of BJT? I think it is slightly lower than this one. Okay, and it is the temperature stable. High temperature it can operate at. Third point is at a high temperature it can operate at high temperature. Okay, it can operate at. Clear? Also, it is smaller than BJT. Is smaller than BJT. BJT is
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, are you using digital pen to write?
yes.
Sir, your handwriting is not easily understandable by us, sir.
Just a minute. Now it is visible. BJT and FET. Now it is properly visible. Hello.
Sir, it is visible.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So BJT is your current control device. BJT is your current control device. Okay, but FET is your voltage control device. This is the main difference. Voltage control device. Clear? And FET, it is having high input impedance. High input impedance. Compare, it is BJT having the input impedance is high, but impedance, if you consider, let us say it is 10 kilo ohm, but it should be 1 kilo ohm, like this. Okay. Similarly, it can be operated in high temperature. The FET can operate in high temperature, means high stable temperature. Okay. Similarly, it is your lighter. I mean that it is small, usually smaller than the BJT. Smaller than BJT. So generally we are using FET for IC manufacturing. Okay, we are using FET as a IC manufacturing. BJT also we are using, but we are using FET, more number of FET for IC manufacturing. Okay. Now I'll discuss what is FET and what are the different types of FET. Okay. So you see the FET also I'll discuss construction and characteristic. Construction and characteristic. Yeah. Okay. So in the construction part, so the FET generally there are three terminals. It has three terminals. It has three terminals like BJT. But what are the three terminals name? The three terminals names are gate, source, drain. Gate, source, drain. वहां पे क्या था बीजेटी में? एमिटर, डैश, कलेक्टर. Okay, but it is having three terminal. It is called gate, source, drain. Okay. So generally, two types of JFETs are there. Two types of. I have told you, FET is nothing but a JFET. Okay. Two types of JFET. We are calling JFET, junction FET. Okay, junction field effective transistor. Clear? So two types. One is N channel JFET. Okay. Second one is P channel JFET. P channel JFET. So you understood? JFET is nothing but FET. Okay. So JFET, how many types? There are two types. One is N channel JFET and P channel JFET. What is the meaning of N channel JFET? In the N channel JFET, okay, the area covered by the N-type material which is very large. I mean that if you have to consider N-channel JFET, the major part of the structure, major part of the structure is N-type material. समझ आया? The part of the structure is N-type material. Okay. So you see, you know that if you are using P channel JFET, so the major part of the structure is P-type material. N channel JFET, the major part of the structure is N-type material. Okay. Now I discuss what is the N-type N channel FET. Then you can understand what is the structure of P channel JFET. Okay. So you just see here what is the N channel JFET. Okay. So N channel JFET is like this. See here. This is your the structure is like this. Structure. Okay. So we are calling this is your gate. We are calling this is your gate. Clear? And this is called source. This is source. Okay. And this is your drain. This is your drain. Yeah. And here this is your P-type material is here. This is your P-type material is here. P-type material. Okay. And this is your depletion region. This is your depletion region. Understood? This is your depletion region. Depletion region. Okay. And you see, the structure is like this. And this is a P-type material. And entire body is N-type. Entire body is N-type. Okay. Now there is a connection in between like this. Okay. So entire body is N-type. Understood? So it is a N channel JFET. So you can tell what is the P channel JFET. It is the same way you have to represent. Okay. So this is your gate, this is your gate, and this is your source. Okay, and this is your drain. Okay, now you have to represent P type. P type means, so this should be N-type channel and entire body is P type. Entire body is P type. Okay. Similarly, same connections are there here. Understood? So this is your P type JFET. So what you understood? In N-type JFET, the major part of the structure is N-type material. In P-type JFET, the major part of the structure is P-type material. Okay. Here also the depletion regions are there. Here also these are the depletion regions. Clear? Okay. So I'll tell you what is the use of gate, what is the use of source, what is the use of drain. Clear? Now, generally, what will happen? What we call this one? This is called ohmic contact. Ohmic contact means the contact takes place whenever you apply some gate voltage. Okay, this is your ohmic contact. Ohmic contact. Yeah, this thing. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is also depression region. This is also depression region. Both sides you have. Okay, both sides depression region you have. Okay. So here what we are doing through the gate, you have to supply the voltage. Okay, the signal can be transmitted or signal can be provided through the gate. So
Sir,
gate is, yes,
sir, the diagram is not visible clearly.
not visible.
Sir, means the components of different parts of the diagram are not cleared.
So I have to go for a big diagram.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
You make it a big screen, whether it is visible.
Sir, we have on our entire screen. Then also, sir, the diagram is
Not-
not clear.
Okay. ठीक है. I have to use marker. Okay, then I think it is visible. Just see here. Now it is properly visible. Dear student,
Yes, sir.
it is properly visible. Okay. So I will draw the N-channel JFET. Okay. So in the N-channel JFET, you are having, this is called gate. Okay, simply it is mentioned G. This is your drain. It is mentioned as a D. This is the source. It is mentioned S. Okay. So I think this is your N channel JFET. Okay. So N channel JFET, you are having, this is your P material and these are the depletion region. This is your depletion region. And here P material and this is the depletion region. your P material. Okay, P material. Okay, and this is your and this is your depletion region. Okay, so N-channel JPT, the major part of the structure is N-type material. This is a N-type material. Okay, understood. Now here, this is a gate, and there is a connection between input to output. Okay, and here, so this is your N-channel JPT. Why? Because the N-type major part of the structure is your N-type material. Similarly, P-type P-channel JPT, the P-channel JPT, the major part of the structure, is your P-type material. This is your P-type material. Okay, and this is your N-type material. Okay, and there is a depletion region like this. Okay, and here having this is your gate. This is your gate. Okay, and this is your drain. This is your drain, and this is your source. This is your source. Clear? Also, there is a connection between input to output section. This is initial output. Okay. Now, this is your P channel JFE. P channel JFE. Understood? So, difference is that in the N channel JPT, the major part of the structure is N-type material. Here N-type material. Here P channel JPT, the major part of the structure is P-type material. Okay. And both sides you are having the here N-type material. Both sides you are having the junction, that is a P material here, and this is the depletion region. Similarly, here also, if it is a P channel JPT, the both sides you are having the junction N-type material with the depletion region. Similarly, N-type material with the depletion region. Clear? Okay. Now, understood. So you have now what is the use of gate? Gate means what? You are applying the signal. What type of signal you have to apply? Okay, that will be okay passing over the gate. Means suppose you are applying the sinusoidal signal or DC signal, what are there? So you can apply through the gate. Clear? And what is the use of drain? Drain is basically it controls the flow of charge carriers. It controls the flow of charge carriers. So flow of charge carriers क्या है? Suppose if it is the N-type material, so charge carriers must be electrons. Charge carrier must be electrons. Okay. If it is a P-type material, the charge carrier must be holes. Clear? So drain is controlling the flow of charge carriers. Okay. And remember, always the drain and source always in opposite side, because it control the charge carrier, and source what it will do, it collects. The source what it will do, it collect the charge carrier. That's why the drain and source it is connected in opposite end. Understood? Everybody understood? Okay. Now I'll tell you what is the characteristic you are getting due to, okay, if you are using N-channel JPT, okay, so what is the characteristic you are getting? Means what is the voltage, how to apply the voltage, and how to control the electrons by the drain, okay, and what will happen, okay, regarding the drain current. Okay, so in the next slide I will discuss the condition 1 is there. You see, there are you just remember what we are doing here. We are applying the VGS. VGS is nothing but gate source voltage. Gate source voltage means the number of charge carrier depends upon, okay, the gate and source voltage. Here, similarly, the voltage across drain to source, drain source voltage. VDS means drain source voltage. Okay. ID. ID is nothing but drain current. ID is nothing but drain current. Okay. So the ID, it will act a major role. Okay. ID act as a major role because drain is controlling the carriers. That is the electrons. If drain is controlling the electrons, so drain current will flow. Clear? Okay. So this thing you just remember. Now I will discuss. Sometimes what will happen, there are many conditions you are getting. What are the conditions you have? The condition you have, let us say if you are applying VGS is a 0 volt. VGS is your 0 volt. And the drain source voltage is greater than 0 volt. So what will happen? What about the effect of ID? ID means drain current. Okay, this is the condition 1. The condition 2, okay, let us say VGS is 0, okay, and the drain source voltage is increasing and increasing. VGS is 0 and here the drain source voltage is greater than 0 volt, means 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt. Now you have to increase the drain source voltage here. The second condition, by keeping VGS is 0 and the drain source voltage will be increasing. Okay. So what will happen? Okay. What will happen means what is the condition you are getting here. Okay. The third condition is that now here you are getting the pinch of voltage. This is your pinch of voltage. I will tell you what is the pinch of voltage. Okay. Pinch of voltage. Now third condition is that, okay, if the drain source voltage is greater than pinch of voltage. If the drain source voltage is greater than pinch of voltage, what about the drain current? So drain current you get IDSS. That is your saturation drain current you get. If drain source voltage is greater than pinch of voltage, what is the current status you are getting? The current is your ID, okay, is equal to IDSS. That is your saturation drain current. Clear? And the fourth one is that if VGS is less than 0 volt, previously VGS is 0 volt, second condition VGS is 0 volt, and third condition VGS is 0 volt and the drain source voltage is greater than VP. So what will happen? And the fourth condition, if VGS is less than 0 volt, okay, so what will happen? The drain current is reduced. The drain current is reduced. How much it will reduce? It will be 0 milliampere. Okay, so these 4 conditions I will discuss. Okay, and this is the condition for the how to find out the characteristic of JFET. Okay, so what is the condition 1? The condition 1, you have to apply the gate source voltage is 0 volt. Okay, and the drain source voltage is greater than 0 volt, means you are applying the some voltage. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, now just see here, if this is your n channel JFET, this is your n channel JFET, okay, and you know that this is your can design in different way also. You make it square or curve, no problem. So this is the N channel, means major area, major part of area is N type material. So this is a P type material, this is a P type material, okay, and these are the depletion region. Clear? These are the depletion region, and you have supplied the gate voltage. This is your gate, so we are representing as a, this is your gate, and this is your drain. This is your drain, and this is your source. Clear? Understood? Now there is a gate source. This is your gate source. So it is grounded. VGS is your 0 volt. Okay. Now the voltage across, this is the source and drain. The voltage across source and drain. Okay. So this is your voltage across source and drain. We are taking, this is called the VDD or VDS. No problem. Okay. Now here, and you know that I have told you from input, this is the input section, you are supplying the signal here. Okay. From input section, there is a connection the output side also. This is output. Okay. Now what will happen? You know that the first condition, what I told you, the first condition, if VGS is 0 volt and VDS is greater than 0 volt, what is the effect of ID current? Okay. Now the VGS is 0 volt and you are supplying the voltage. This is a VDD is nothing but VDS. Okay. VDS which is greater than 0 volt. Okay. This is the first condition. So what will happen? You see this is the channel. Okay. Now here that majority carrier is your electron will be happen with the if you supply voltage you are providing here, so that what will happen? The electron will flow. Okay. Now electron how it will flow? From this negative terminal, this is a positive terminal. Okay. So the electrons will flow this in this channel. These are the electrons. Okay. The electrons will flow in this channel. Clear? As you know that electron is flowing from negative to positive. Okay. So the current must be flowing from positive to negative. So this is your drain current ID. Okay. And this is your source current IS. Understood? Now what will happen? If you plot the curve, now this is the curve, this is the characteristic. Now what is the characteristic? This is the output voltage, that is your VDS, input voltage. Okay. And so that what will happen? If you provide the input voltage VDS, okay, so this is a VDS you can take or VDD, no problem. Okay. If you provide the VDS, so what will happen? There is a flow of charge carriers, that is electrons. Okay. So due to flow of charge carrier electron, so what will happen? Drain current will flow. So this is your drain current, that is your ID. Drain current will be ID. Okay. So now what will happen? You see, you'll get the curve is like this. You'll get the curve is like this. You get the curve is like this. Okay. If the VDS is increasing greater than 0 volt, so drain current will be increasing. More number of charge carrier. If let us say it is your 1 volt. So small number of charge carrier now increase 2 volt. So more number of charge carrier flow from source to drain. Okay. So that the current value will be increased. Understood? Now current value will increase here. So you are getting the curve like this. Now one region you are getting, so this is called the saturation region, where the curve is constant. Okay. This is your saturation region. Okay. So in this saturation region, okay, the gate source voltage क्या होता है यहाँ पे? It is your 0 volt. Understood? Now here, this is saturation region, the current, what is the current is flowing? That is called IDSS. At the saturation region, the current across the drain is nothing but IDSS. IDSS. Okay, IDSS. Understood? So this current is this one. Okay. Now, This is the first condition. What you understood? If the gate source voltage is 0 volt and drain source voltage is greater than 0 volt, so the number of charge carrier flow from the source to drain, so that the drain current will flow. And the drain current, if you plot the graph, so it is exponentially increasing, and sometimes it is constant because it will reach the saturation region. That saturation region, at that time, the drain source current is IDSS is equal to, sorry, ID equal to IDSS. Understood, everybody? Clear? Now, what is the second condition? This is the first condition. VGS equal 0 volt, VDS is greater than 0 volt, then you got VGS equal 0 volt. You have to make it is 0 volt. Okay. But you have to increase the drain source voltage. Now what will happen? You just see here. If you increase the drain source voltage, okay, so I'm talking about in this figure also. Okay, so I'll use different color, then you can understand. Now just see here. Here 1 volt, it's okay. The number of charge carrier will flow. Here 2 volt, again the number of charge carrier will flow. But at that time, what will happen? This is a reverse bias condition. Okay, this will act as a reverse bias. So once it will be reverse bias, okay. So what will happen? This depletion region will be increased. Now for 1 volt, let us say this one. And if you increase the drain source voltage, now the depletion region will be increased. At a 2 volt, then it is looking like this. Now again you have to increase the VDS as a 5 volt. Okay, so what will happen? This depletion region will be increased like this. Understood? Now this side also it will be increased. Are you getting? So you see, you know that previously the path is very large, so that the maximum charge carrier can flow. Now once the depletion region will be increased, what will happen? The path you are getting, there is a narrow path you are getting. So the moving of the charge carrier from the source to a drain, it will be limited. समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं? Okay. Now again you have to increase the voltage. Let us say 9 volt. So what will happen? Again this depletion region will be increased. Okay. So the depletion region will be increased. Understood or not? Now what will happen? In one case, if you increase the drain source voltage, in one case what will happen? This depletion region and this depletion region touch. In one case, they will touch each other. समझ आया? So once it will touch, what will happen? Is there any charge carrier will flow? Is there any charge carrier can flow? No. The charge carrier cannot flow.
Hello, excuse me, sir.